My name is Laryssa. I'm the former manager for the leasing and property management team here at Elevate Realty. Now newest real estate salesperson, joining the sales team. I stumbled really into real estate all kind of on my own. Throughout high school and university, I worked a lot. They were all customer service types of jobs, but I love to work. I love to make money. And I was always that employee who would take on the extra shifts, would stay late, would be the one to close up and then reopen the next day. So because of that, I saved a lot of money. So in my early 20s, I had quite a bit of money saved, and I thought it was at that point where I needed to figure out what I'm going to do with this money. During that time, it was kind of two different avenues where it was either stocks or investments. So I did some research and I felt just my comfort level, how I could research and the types of people that I could get to know and the types of risks that I was comfortable with. I connected with everyone on LinkedIn. I watched a lot of podcasts. I read a lot of books. I really just tried to absorb as much as I could. And then when I found the opportunity to work here at Elevate as a property manager to begin with, I was a sponge. So I worked very closely with the team. Whenever trades needed to go to site, I went to site to learn everything that I could. And then just kind of over time, my interest in real estate grew, and I've been able to meet some really great people in the space and then grow my own portfolio myself. Being part of this team, one of the things that we always talk about is growth, both on the professional side and the personal side. So we are a small group. We're a group of, I think now 14 people. Being on a small team, it gave me the opportunity to dabble in a lot of different things. So I was doing property management, managing the guys, dealing with those tenant escalations. I was responsible for all the back end deal administration things as well. And then just being able to work closely with Simon Law, the managing partner with the team, I got to learn so much. And gaining all that knowledge, over time I developed a really deep understanding of what we do, what real estate investing is like, gain the confidence to do what we say we do, and then now I'm ready to help other people on their real estate journey. My partner and I bought our first investment in 2021. The scope was supposed to actually be very simple for what we thought was simple, but changing the floorings, putting in some new kitchen, and then painting the house. Pretty common things, especially because my dad has done a lot of renovations himself. So we thought we could take it on and potentially save some money in labor. Although we saved some money on labor, not using a contractor for the project, it became very physically demanding and mentally taxing as well on me, my partner, and my dad, because we all worked full-time jobs. So we would be in the evenings and the weekends going to the house to do the work, which was fine in the beginning with the momentum and the energy and all of that. But kind of midway through project, we just got tired. We were just really tired. So a project that should have taken 2 months to complete, closer to 3 to 4 months, because we just were tired. So the biggest lesson I would say there is, while we did save money on labor, we paid it in time in the project. So when we bought our second property, we said, no way are we doing any work ourselves. We are definitely going the contractor route. It made things a lot easier because at that point they were doing the hard work and I was just making sure we were on track and getting to that deadline. What I will say about the first project was, we don't regret it. We don't regret getting our hands dirty for the first project. As I said, I wouldn't do it for the second, third, and going forward, but the first one, it really gave us a good appreciation of what is involved during a renovation project. Because we did a lot of the homework ourselves, we understood the cost, we understood the time it takes. So as we're getting quotes from contractors as well, we can kind of get a better feel for what is reasonable and what is a little bit of a stretch. So just some knowledge there as well. Where we currently live, we rent. And then we own 2 investment properties here in Toronto, which for some people, that just doesn't make sense. The thought behind that is really because at the time that we were planning on moving in together, we had a lifestyle in mind that we wanted to maintain, but we also had very different preferences. He loves the downtown core, he loves the city skyline view, whereas I appreciate a big backyard and parking in my driveway and walking my groceries up right to the door. So because of different preferences and a certain lifestyle that we did still want to maintain, we decided to rent, and what we appreciate about being able to rent is that there comes with flexibility and no commitment. So at any point when we do decide that we are ready to find our own place or move into a home that completely aligns with what he likes and what I like in our lifestyle, we'll do that. We definitely do want to continue to invest. In a conversation that him and I have quite often is whether our next property is going to be our end user and where we decide to live, or if it will be another investment property for a portfolio. So we don't know, and we are very much opportunity driven. So we'll let the deals speak for themselves, we'll let the numbers speak for themselves as well, and whatever opportunity makes sense at the time is what we'll decide to do. With any partnership, you always want to find a really good balance. I'm very lucky that we balance each other out. He's very analytical. He knows his numbers really well. It's kind of his nature. Whereas my main role is to be the subject matter expert. So if an issue arises with a tenant or a building repair maintenance issue comes up, I would lead the diagnostic, I would lead the conversation, and I would present the options and the pros and cons of the different options and the risks involved and all of those things to my partner as if it were a client. That way, together, we're making very informed decisions, and it's a decision that we're both kind of aligned on. So we've been able to really keep our portfolio tight with his strengths in the numbers and making sure all of those are in line, and then me managing the tenants, which I would say is probably the harder part. To my core, I believe that people who work hard and put in the effort will always be rewarded. So with our team, as I said, we are a small group here, and I had the opportunity to work in all the different areas: property management, leasing, deal submission, and then supporting the sales staff as much as I could when I was unlicensed. As a result, there was a lot going on that I needed to balance. Two techniques that have really helped me stay organized and balance the different competing priorities. One of them is my Google Calendar. Everything goes into my Google Calendar. So all my meetings go in there, all my time blocks for my to-dos go in there, all my reminders. Sometimes I'm reminding myself to do a thing. If it's not in my Google Calendar, it might get missed. So being aware of that, I make sure I throw everything in there. It helps me be able to balance my home life and my work life, and I think both are important. Being able to have a solid foundation at home allows me to operate the best that I can here at work. Another technique that is really important to me is to plan out all my small decisions so that I can make room for the big decisions or the high value decisions. So Sundays are my reset days. I will meal prep my lunches for the week. I will plan out what dinners we are going to have for Monday to Friday. I plan out what I'm going to wear even. So all these small decisions that I know I'm going to have to make on a day-to-day basis, I batch decide them on Sundays. That way on, when Monday comes around, I don't need to think about these small things, so that I can save that decision making for high value items that could come up. One thing that I would share with people looking to get into real estate is that not all brokerages are the same, not all agents are the same. And what is very unique about what we do here at 𝘭𝑎𝑡 is that we focus on real estate investing in Toronto as well. This is our playground. We know it. We are investors. We have our own investments in the same pocket. So it's not like we are trying to sell a story to you. We truly live and breathe it. And when you work with a strong team who knows the neighborhood, who knows the tenant profile you're going to see, who understands century-old homes in this area, it's really important, and it'll help you be successful in your real estate journey, understanding the relationships that those people have. So at 𝘭𝑎𝑡, we have really good, strong relationship with different trades, different mortgage brokers, lawyers. Like, we have a good ecosystem of people that can help you along with your real estate journey. Our team knows the Toronto core very well. We understand the numbers with rents, with prices, with the different policy changes that are happening as well. Samantha does a really good job keeping a good pulse on what's going on. She keeps our team super informed, which makes the difference, because then you'll understand the types of opportunities that are coming within the city way faster than if you try to do it either on your own or with another agent or brokerage that doesn't focus on what we focus on. This is what we love to do. You can find a link to all my socials on my website, www.𝘭𝑎𝑡 LaryssaManeja.com.